Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
Here's Herbert.
The 23-yard line.
He'll get that one to Carter complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here's Jackson to throw. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup at 25. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Every penalty is so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Tucker's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Flushed out right. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice gain. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard, Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Running on first down, Eckler. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Eckler is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they send a man in motion right. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is to helping your linebackers set the edge.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll go up the middle with White. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Down, here's Jackson. Finds White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Here's Jackson. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Jackson to throw. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared to run away, couldn't try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on it lineman and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Now Jackson. That is caught, Bateman. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Running out of the gun with White. And 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. White again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that changes everything here in overtime. Well, what a game this has been, and now it'll take overtime to decide who goes on to the AFC title game. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And CD, we get to see the debut of the brand new postseason overtime rules. Now, as everybody is learning, both teams are going to be guaranteed an offensive possession. So they might get the ball first here, but a touchdown does not right away win the game.
And we saw many marker games along the way that sparked a lot of conversation. But the Buffalo-Kansas City game in the 2022 playoffs, that really brought about this rule change. What an amazing game, a true classic. Ended in overtime without Buffalo getting a shot with the football, and the people didn't like that at all. So starting this season, if you make the playoffs, you'll get a chance to answer if the other team scores first, and that way you get a chance to keep a great game as well as your hopes alive as you chase the big prize.
And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime in the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Justin Tucker to kick off the ball.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules will change, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into a postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. This is where the new rule comes into effect. In past years, this game's over. They've got a chance, though, to match touchdowns now. It's first down. Once more, here's Eckler. And a across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to him.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Herbert with his first throw at OT. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Well, what a game this has turned out to be here. Second possession of overtime. Obviously, Charles, they need the touchdown. And now looking pretty good here in the red zone.
And in addition, they face a very important decision.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Playoff lives on the line. 2nd and goal. To try again after the sack. Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Well, CD, they had the overtime answer. Now the question, do they tie it or go for the win?
Well, the teams already knew the best teams. They made up their minds before they got to the end zone whether they were going to go for 2 or go for the tie.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, one touchdown answered by another, and we see those new overtime rules come into play and extend this game here, partner. So now it's nice and simple from here on out. Next score wins.
It certainly is, isn't it? Even with the new rules, this is why winning that opening coin toss is so valuable. Now we've reached sudden death. They get the first crack at ending this playoff classic. Execute the same way you did the last time out, and they will certainly be celebrating shortly thereafter.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Jackson on first down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now, do you try for more yardage or get to the spot that your kicker wants? Here's 2nd down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position. Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. Well, Charles, you don't get many more games exciting than that. Not only did we reach overtime in the playoffs, but what a show it was once we got to OT.
And when those new overtime rules were put in place for the postseason, Brandon, I think everyone thought fairness first, but how about the byproduct of what we're seeing here? These types of games, incredibly entertaining. Everyone's on the edge of their seats, and in the end, both